Hello everybody, welcome to Hearts of Iron 4, the world's most realistic game for simulating the Second World War. In the Second World War you had two main fronts, at least in Europe. You had the Eastern Front and the Western Front. Now the Western Front was of course the front we all know the most about, I assume. It's the front where the French, the Americans, the entire Commonwealth all fought against Hitler over here. I don't know why his face is so black, but that's not my problem. But you also had an Eastern Front, where the Germans fought against Stalin and his Soviet Union. There was quite a difference between the two. Well, of course, the terrain and all that jazz, but I'm talking about the scale of the battles. One of the most famous battles of Western Front was, of course, D-Day, like you can see here in the background. D-Day was a day on which a lot of people died, with an estimated casualty count of around 10,000 deaths on the Allied side, of which 4,500 confirmed, and an estimated 1,000 deaths on the German side. Then we look at the Eastern Front. Probably one of the most famous battles on the Eastern Front was the Battle of Stalingrad. And how many people do you guess died there? I don't know, I need to look it up, hang on. Oh, just all counted up, a casual 1.8 million casualties. And this all goes to show that battles on the Eastern Front were really fought on a different scale. And absolutely devastating for the people living there. But I'm actually interested in a scenario. On the Eastern Front died a lot of people. I think the Soviet Union came close to the breaking point before somehow finding a way out of it and pushing the Germans all the way back to Berlin. Today we're going to find out where is the breaking point. How many men will it take to break either of these nations? And I think I'm going to go with the Soviet Union for this, just because they've got more men, and I think this will be easier. I actually don't know. Never mind the 400 hours plus I've got in this game. I still don't know which of these nations is actually stronger. I'm gonna guess this nation, but of course we've got that and the fact that all our men do not have any guns. Should I do Iron Man mode? Why the fuck not? Yeah, oh my god. Yeah, that's bad. That's a problem. Okay. All the noobs in one army. You know what? I don't need you. How about you all put on a blindfold? And just don't question anything, alright? This is only gonna hurt a little. Okay, that is some of my problems solved. Wow, we have a total of 1 motorized division. Amazing, Stalin. Okay, I've assigned every army a position. Hang on, this music is incredibly epic, but it is a little loud. Goodbye. Peace and quiet. I'm going to start with this. Can everybody, real quick, once again, turn their backs from the screen real quick? Yeah, good. You can look again, you can look again. Ground Pounder? What the fuck is that for nickname? You're hired. Okay, a decent amount of factories, but for considering how incredibly large my country is, absolutely no factories at all. Lots of rifles, lots of rifles. Lots of everything actually. Yeah, how about we build all the factories over here? Something just tells me this will be a good idea. Okay, now I've finally set everything up. Let's begin. Armies roll out. What is this? Who would have guessed this? Trotsky doesn't like Stalin. Oh no. Well, good I started this one. I'm just going to build my armies as strong as possible. So I will at least, when it becomes 1939, I will at least have enough oomph to stop him. Promise peace? Have you seen who's in charge of the country? Don't fucking think so. Wait, why did my thingy-majigger stop recording? What the fuck, why? Okay, I'm back. I totally didn't forget that I had absolutely no storage left and let my recording crash. Okay, what are we going to do over here? This one. Oh no! Radius. He's dead. My field marshal's dead. I need a new field. No, that was the only good field marshal. Yay, a civil war. I love civil war. One thing that is annoying, I think, in this game, when, for example, now there would be 1 million dead people, I would get 1 million less manpower, but the actual total amount of my population, which currently is 163 million, which currently is 163 million people, will not actually decrease. It will only increase with 200,000 per month, which is too bad. I don't like that. But okay, alright, I'll just calculate it from the amount of people we'll have and I'll put it up on a slide or something. Oh my god, that's bad. You reckon I'm going to need a Stalin line? Yeah, I think I'm going to go for the Stalin line. Seems very useful. Oh, look at how absolutely huge the Soviet Union is. So glorious. Ooh, that's what I like to see. Time for some more army. How about we start off with couple of guys. By the way, for the ones that don't know, how in the world are the Germans going to fight the Soviets? There's Poland in between and some other countries. Well, let's just say Poland won't be on this map for much longer. What do we need here? Toasters. What a disgrace. I really hate toasters. Time to go to a war economy. Of course. Oh my god, stop please. I'm being deaf. Do we want anti-capitalist? Or no, how about no? Anti-fascist. Fuck the fascists. Kill the fascists. Hitler. I hope that bunker of yours is strong, cause I'm coming there and I'm dropping every single bomb in the entire Soviet Union right on top of your head. At least, I'm going to try. Now that's what I call a tank division. I may have misjudged something. Yay, we have built the Stalin line! Victory! Now, let's improve upon it. Yeah, how about we create a little bulge over here? So we can still hold on to Minsk. Oh yes, I know! This is the good thing about this one. Because that in here there's... Yes, see that? Recruitable population. 5%. That means... we'll definitely be going with this one. Schmersch! Oh, Germany has grown. Adolf, you're looking kinda thick. Maybe want to go a little more easy on the bratwurst. Japanese, provocate at our borders. Unacceptable, comrade. Well, it seems they're not even capable of invading China, so I don't think I'm going to be that worried about them. Besides, Mongolia has mobilized their chessboard. Their beautiful divisions with 3,000 people each. No deal with the fascists. No, of course I will. Give me Poland! Oh, the Polish wiener is shrinking. They're closing in on Warsaw. And Warsaw fell and the entire Poland fell. And we've got the correct borders. Too bad I need to all give up these lands. Okay, now Germany needs to... for my plan to work, actually push these people back. So I'm going to do something unorthodox and help the Germans. Take a couple of these. How about 20,000? To prove my friendship. Here you go, Germany. Now don't lose the war and fuck me over, please. The German Reich seems unstoppable. We'll have to see about that. And France capitulated. Nice. It wouldn't be nice in any other situation than this. So nice. Good job, German Reich. You've done exactly what you should have done. Now, we only have to pray a little bit that this wall actually stands. Well, actually, the Soviets don't do praying. They're a bunch of atheists. So they will rationalize and see that they can just improve it. And then they don't have to pray for anything. Strong dong! Now, if this Stalin line doesn't hold, I don't know what will. Ooh, extra recruitable population! I'm going for this one. Yeah, now it's time for war. They've cancelled the non-aggression pact. Yeah, that seems very, very useful. How about I accept this? Interesting, interesting. What's this? Oh, what a surprise, the German Reich is justifying against us. Oh, there we go. It's wartime. I feel very confident. 14.5 million free manpower. 3.5 million people in my army. I think I have more than enough surplus equipment. Well, except for the planes. The planes are just fucked, I guess. And that's not gonna change anytime soon. All the people on the western, yes, for me it's western front. But in general, I guess eastern front. It's time to attack. Everybody who wants to prove their worth to Stalin, please attack. Ooh, now we're moving. I don't think we're even gonna need the Stalin line anymore after this. That's problematic. I'm done attacking. So I believe the attack lasted 1.5 months. How much did 1.5 months cost me? Oh, a measly 400,000 soldiers. And the Germans, it costs only 120,000. Okay, that's about what I expected. Now, it's May, and the supply shortages have been largely fixed. So I think it's time, right about at least, for another push. Yes, we're going well. The push is doing something. And that was 1 month. How are we doing on supplies? Just as terrible as ever. Okay, I think this push is short-lived. That was really not that effective. But we've made the bulge even bigger. So maybe next year, if I plant something, I will actually be able to close it. And this second one, also 500,000 casualties. Measly 500,000 casualties. And this one did a little bit more to the Germans. I think 200,000 casualties for them. Wait, I just figured something. Why am I all the time waiting for infantry equipment when I could also just not wait for infantry equipment, just keep pushing, and that way lose a fuck ton of men? I mean, I certainly have more than enough men. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Because this video is called To the Breaking Point. It's not called To the Breaking Point of Germany. Okay, all armies ready on standby. Attack for the 3rd time. Wow, that's seriously impressive. Never mind. Well, finally, the Germans are grinding up against me. Although, it's not so much grinding as actually breaking through almost. But not on my watch. Wait, no, I'm not going to lose my Schlong. I'm not going to lose Minsk. We're at least making some progress towards our goals. Who would have thought you actually need some equipment to be able to push somewhere? Okay, I've got 3 times good news. 1. I have bumped up the production level of guns to 700, well, over 700, so we're on the way to 1,000. And on a totally unrelated note, I now have a positive amount of guns. No more lack of anything except for planes, but that's fucked anyway. And the 3rd thing I've fixed is the supply situation. There are now actually kind of enough supplies, so triple times good. And go! Woohoo! That's a lot of green. That's not a lot of green. That's absolutely no green. Well, fuck. Even with the maximum amount of troops, I can't push them 1 inch. Well, this really has turned into a stalemate, hasn't it? Okay, this is the longest offensive yet. 2 whole months until supplies ran out. Yeah, about 1 million casualties again. And on the German side, I think 400,000 or something. Hey, hey, hey! Okay, now that's what I call a surplus. Okay, go everybody! Oh, that's a lot! And the pocket has been crushed. Looks like we're halfway to nuking Berlin, boys. Okay, with 1,200 guns a day, I think I'm going to be able to attack all year. For the 5th time, attack! Yeah, with 80,000 guns down the drain and in September, I think this is the end of campaigning season. And this really has been the best campaigning season yet. Because look at this, we're almost at our goal. Well, we're basically there. And now for the big reveal. Damn, son! We're getting closer to our goal. In total now, 12 million. But that's only a quarter of the way there. So I'm really going to hope my new toy is going to help me out. Aha! We finally got one nuke. And... oh, it's glorious. Amazing. I think nukes are the way forward. I'm sorry people in Berlin, but I made a promise. And... a Kishblad, sorry Hitler, your bunker's now reduced to ashes. Ha ha ha! I'm relieved to be not a Berliner. Okay, that's kind of sad. Now let's nuke the Germans into absolute oblivion! And that's why you save up stuff you like, kids. That's 500,000 troops right there. Holy mother of all encirclements! Jesus Christ, this must at least be 2 million people. That's the fall of Berlin. There we go, and Germany surrenders. But of course the war still goes on, because Italy is also one of the members that needs to be surrendered. Now, the big reveal, the numbers. That's why I haven't shown them to you in a little while. Ta-da! Look at this. Almost 50 million on every side. Probably by the war's end, 50 million on every side. So here, if you want to see it more, just pause. I'll scroll through it. There you go. Then I'll now display some important statistics. To begin, strangely enough, the Soviets killed an equal amount of Germans as the Germans did Soviets, both 15.8 million. The Soviet Union around that time had a population of 170 million, meaning that 9.3% of their population got killed by the Germans. The Germans had at that moment a population of 18 million. Meaning that 19.8% of their population got killed by the Soviets. In total, my Soviet Union lost 18.7 million soldiers. And with 170 million strong population, that means I lost around 11% of my population. The Germans lost in total 27.8 million soldiers, meaning they lost a gargantuan 34.8% of their population, more than a third. Only from the people they conscripted into the army. In the entire European war, there were a total of 92.4 million casualties. And in Asia, it's even worse. Because while I was fighting the Germans the whole time, the Japanese were launching field invasion after field invasion after field invasion of China. Eventually bringing the total of their soldiers lost to 51.1 million soldiers. In my scenario, all around the world, there died at least 143.5 million soldiers, compared to real life's 20 million. The Earth had around that time 2.8 billion people living on it, meaning that in real life there died 1% of the population, whilst in my scenario there died 6.2% of the world's population just by being a soldier. And I think that's all the useful information I've got. So thanks for watching, and I'll hopefully see you next time. Bye!